Coming up on 10 o'clock on your Thursday morning. Hi, I'm 6 on your side storm team meteorologist Trent Magill. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for Loudoun, McMinn, Monroe, and Roane counties, and that goes until 10:30.
Hey Trent, how are things looking outside?
Oh my goodness, it couldn't get any better than this. No jacket on a Friday morning. I mean, it's beautiful out here. Experiment time on your Monday morning.
Yes.
Winter solstice. It's tonight at 11:49. So that is the longest night we'll have all year. So Shelby, can you be my son?
I am the sun here.
This is exactly what happens. Max, what do you want to tell everybody about adopting you?
You want to go home with
So
somebody?
incredible. How do you say no to that face? We've got about 5-10 minutes worth of heavy rain and hail and gusty winds, and then it's about through. So Island home, you're next. Ethan goes to Union Heights Elementary School, 5th grader. I was at that school talking to some kiddos a couple weeks ago. Mr. Carter introduced me to him and said, hey, I've got a student who's a huge weather fan. This is Ethan. Frost widespread, even a little bit of fog outside in spots. I want to show you this though, Shelby. Check this out. 20s and 30s where you have a couple little clouds.
Okay.
Clear, 11.
Ooh, even chillier.
Check that
up
out.
there in
So
Kentucky.
where that sky clears out a little bit,
Yeah.
the heat shoots right out. Cold sinks. It is cold in spots, and these temperatures are going to continue to drop as we go through these next couple of hours. But I want to show you, we're talking about cold air, we're talking about frost also. Check this out. This is what it looks like driving outside in Chestnut Hill. Tony Bryant tweeted this to me. Fog. Remember, low beams. If you're using your high beams outside, it's going to make it look even denser, even thicker than it actually is. And anytime you see these numbers less than a half of a mile, that means you got to slow it down on the interstates. Anytime you see it less than a quarter of a mile, those city streets, you're going to have to take it back a little bit. So be careful as you're heading out the door. Less than, what, a couple hundred feet in Sevierville. You got about 100 yards or so in Maryville visibility. So be careful. Now, again, this is at McGee-Tyson, the airport. Maryville City, just looked at the tower cam, doesn't look too bad, but it's kind of going in waves. So be careful. Use those low beams. A couple little tips for you. Make sure you have a little bit of extra space between you and the car in front of you, extra stopping space also, and just be patient. Take your time as you're heading out the door. One, the frost, you'll have to get that off your windshield. That could slow you down, and then the fog in areas as well. And we're talking about temperatures in the teens and 20s. So we've got some freezing fog, bridges, hand railings, things like that. Could be a little icy. Nice little shine on them. Be careful this morning. The good news is sunshine dominates. Sunshine takes over by lunchtime. We're already back into the 40s for a lot of folks. Should be a great day today. Sunshine really helping out. Quick rebound, low 50s in the valley, upper 40s across the plateau, southeast Kentucky as well. Finally warming up to about normal for southeast Kentucky. Even the mountains finally drying out some of those trails across the Smokies. Should be a great day today. Now tonight, I do have clouds coming in here, and that'll give us maybe a couple sprinkles or flurries overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning. This is for your morning drive, but it's very limited. There's not a whole lot of moisture with this system, and it looks like it gets sunny by Friday afternoon. And then we get the warm up. I'm talking 60s by the end of the weekend. Outstanding. Looks like a mess early next week, but it'll be a warm mess. More details on that coming up. Time for Tech Bites. Powell High School, Carnes Elementary High School, you've got Christian Academy of Knoxville, Westtown Mall, A-Lots Elementary School, all out today. Knox County all out today, but you've still got some pockets of some moderate snow rolling through. I'll put a quick track on it. There is light snow falling around, but this moderate burst over the next 15-20 minutes is going to make its way to about Sacred Heart School, 740, Neyland Stadium right around 745, campus, and these students walking to class this morning. It's going to be snowy. Island home, that airport right there, you get at about 750. Another burst of some moderate snow near Centersville, Disco, Greenback, Binfield, Louisville. This is going to be some snow-covered roadways around Loudoun County as well. It does not last all day. It tapers off across the plateau, but we're not quite done with the snow yet. We've got a little break today. We'll get some snow tonight, and then much more snow next week, guys. Well, if you haven't seen it, check this out. Here it is. This is last night's storm footage from Texas. Just massive amounts of hail and huge hailstones also. Most of this hail, 1 to 2 inches, definitely large enough to cause damage, while some of the hail was about baseball size, just under 3 inches in diameter, 3 inches across. They had reports of 3.5-inch hail. That's almost softball-size hail falling out of those storms at about 100 miles an hour. That's how fast these hailstones can fall. But it's Ask the Six Storm Team. We want to know how hail can get that large, right? Well, check this out. Every thunderstorm has an updraft. That's warm, moist air rising up into that storm. Well, if it's strong enough and rises high enough, it'll reach this freezing line. Higher than that, it's freezing air. So that's going to freeze those little water droplets. They turn into ice chunks and then they start to fall. Well, if that updraft is strong enough, it'll lift it right back up and create this kind of trampoline, nature's trampoline. They get larger, they melt, they refreeze, they melt, they refreeze, back and forth until they get large enough to fall. Gravity takes over, and like I said, they can fall upwards of around 100 miles per hour. That's why the damage was created from near softball-sized hail last night in Texas. For Ask the Six Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Trent Magill.
The crew that goes in to maintain all of those jets comes in a couple days ahead of time on a C-130 called Fat Albert.
Yes, the big brother of those fast, nimble little jets,
Yep.
The big brother of the Blue Angels, and I got to ride on that today. Yep. That's it, the view from the inside of the cockpit. Fat Albert is a C-130. The C stands for cargo, and today's cargo included 4 pukers. That's right, and it's all about the G's.
Yeah, during this demo, we pull up to 2 Gs, and then we do go 0 Gs, so I potentially would have floated up a little bit off the seat and could have had trouble controlling the aircraft.
Don't worry though, I was prepared for the worst. I even checked for a backup bag just in case one bag wasn't enough. So this demo is essentially 10 minutes of just hot dogging.
No, it's not hot dog at all. These are it's actually tactical maneuvers.
From inside this huge aircraft, I had no idea which way was right, which way was left, and I had a headset on and was buckled in. Some people were just floating around. The crew, incredibly talented. Don't worry, they were all safe, and everybody got off the plane. Just a few people were a little hungrier than the others. We could hear, like, we're gonna go 45 degrees to the right. Boom, we're banking 45 degrees to the left. Like, it was awesome in there. So make sure you get out here, watch Fat Albert, and that thing, that big guy, he's nimble.
It's pretty.